Hopefully I haven't read Daniel yet, second two yet. I think I only did Daniel 1 so far. Here we go. And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, or Nebuchadnezzar, had dreams, and his ruach was so troubled that his sleep left him. And the sovereign gave orders to call the musicians, or the magi, and the astronomers, and the practitioners of witchcraft, and the Chaldeans, to declare to the sovereign his dream. So they came and stood before the sovereign. And the sovereign said to them, I have had a dream, and my ruach is troubled to know the dream. And the Chaldeans spoke to the sovereign in Aramaic. Aramaic. Wow. O sovereign, live forever. Relate the dream to your servants, and we shall relate the interpretation. The sovereign answered and said to the Chaldeans, my decision is firm. If you do not make known the dream and its interpretation to me, your limbs shall be taken from you, and your houses made dunghills. But if you reveal the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive gifts and rewards and great esteem from me. So reveal to me the dream and its interpretation. Verse 7. They answered again and said, let the sovereign relate to the servants the dream, and we shall reveal the interpretation. The sovereign answered and said, I know for certain that you would gain time, because you see that my decision is firm. If you do not make known the dream to me, there is only one decree for you, for you have agreed to speak lying and corrupt words before me till the time has changed. I gotta take this. Okay. So he said until the time changed, they've agreed to just lie to him, right? So that means until he is no longer the king, probably. Hi. God bless you. I don't even know how to say that. Your name. Hello. So I'm on Daniel chapter 2, talking about King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. Hi. I know, and the sovereign answered and said, I know for certain that you would gain time, because you see that my decision is firm. Verse 9. If you do not make known the dream to me, there is only one decree for you, for you have agreed to speak lying and corrupt words before me till the time has changed. In other words, until the next king, right? Then I shall know that you shall reveal its interpretation for me. Verse 10. The Chaldeans answered the sovereign and said, there is no one on the earth, on the Eretz, who is able to reveal the matter of the sovereign, because no sovereign, master, or ruler have ever asked a matter like this of a magi, or magician, or astrologers, or Chaldean. Verse 11. And the matter that the sovereign is asking is difficult, and there is no other who is able to reveal to the sovereign except the Alahin, whose dwelling is not with flesh. This time it says Alahin, the end. Verse 12. Because of this, the sovereign was enraged and very angry, and gave orders to destroy all the wise ones of Babel. So the decree went out, and they began killing the wise ones. And they sought Daniel and his companions to kill them. Verse 14. Then with counsel, the wisdom Daniel answered Arioch, the chief of sovereign's guard, who had gone out to kill the wise ones of Babel, and answered and said to Arioch, the sovereign officer, why is the decree from the sovereign so urgent? So, you know what? It's A-R, it'd be Arioch, or Arioch, who knows? Make the decision known to Daniel. Verse 16. And Daniel went in and answered the sovereign to give him time, and he would show the sovereign the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the decision known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, to seek compassion from the Allah of the Shemaim, the God of the heavens, right? Concerning this secret, so that Daniel and his companions should not perish with the rest of the wise ones of Baal. Then the secret was revealed to Daniel in a night vision, Alah vision. And Daniel blessed the Allah, it's A-L-A-H, Allah, of the Shemaim, the God of heaven. Verse 20. Daniel responded and said, Blessed be the name of Allah forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changes the times and the seasons, and he removes sovereigns and raises up sovereigns. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who possess understanding. That reminds me of the prayer call today. So in the prayer call today, the Ruach said, Time, I am not done with you yet. The creator of all is not done with you yet. I will change the time. Oh, no, I'm not quoting it exactly right, because it said, I will change the lights above my children. So, I can tell you this. He's fixing to change the lights above his children. That's the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? He's fixing to change a light bulb.
Right.
He's fixing to change the light bulb. So when he says in verse 21, and he changes the times and the seasons. Get ready, guys. He's fixing to change the times and the seasons. Verse 22, he reveals deep and secret things. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells within him. I ask you and praise you, Allah, of my fathers. You have given me wisdom and might, and I like Alua, but in some of the places, the old text says Alaua, Alua, and I like Alua, but here it says Alah without the U. Okay? So I apologize if it offends anybody. I prefer Alua, because Alua is love, joy, and peace. Verse 23. I thank you and praise you, Allah, of my fathers. You have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what we ask of you. For you have made known to us the sovereign's matter. Verse 24. So Daniel went to Aruk, or Ayok, Arak, whom the sovereign had appointed to destroy the wise ones of Babel. And he went and said this to him: do not destroy the wise ones of Babel. Bring me in before the sovereign, and I shall show the interpretation to the sovereign. Then Aryok, Aryok, brought Daniel in a hurry before the sovereign and said thus to him: I have found a man among the sons of the exile of Yehuda. That means Judah, or Jews, right? Who does make known to the sovereign the interpretation. The sovereign answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar. So that's the name, Belteshazzar is a name that Nebuchadnezzar gave to Daniel. Okay? Are you able to make known to me the dream which I have seen and its interpretation? Verse 27. Daniel answered before the sovereign and said, the secret which the sovereign is asking, the wise ones, the astrologers, and the magi or magicians, and the diviners are unable to show it is the sovereign, unable to show it to the sovereign. Verse 28. But there is an Allah in the Shemaim, in the heavens, who reveals secrets, and he has made known to sovereign Nebuchadnezzar. Hi, I'm glad you're still here. What is to be in the latter Yomim, or the latter days? So this is a parable for the latter days, right? Your dream and your vision of your head upon your bed were these. Verse 29. As for you, sovereign, on your bed, your thoughts came up. What is going to take place after this? And he who reveals secrets has made known to you what shall be. As for me, This secret has not been shown to me because I have more wisdom than anyone living, but for our sakes who make known the interpretation to the sovereign, and that you should know the thoughts of your own heart. For sovereign, you sovereign, were looking on and saw a great image. This great image and its shining excellent was standing before you, and its form was awesome. This image's head was of fine gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. And you were looking on until a stone was cut out without hands, and it smote the image on its feet of iron and clay, and broke them into pieces. Then the iron and the clay, and the bronze and the silver and the gold were crushed together, and became like chaff from the summer threshing floors. And the wind took them away, so that no trace of them was found. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled all the earth, all the earths. This is the dream and its interpretation. We declare before the sovereign. Verse 37. You, sovereign, are a sovereign of sovereigns. Okay, now when you hear that, what do you think? You, sovereign, are the sovereigns of sovereigns. That sounds like the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Do you hear that? For the for the Alah, no, it just doesn't say the part. For the Allah of the Shemaim of the heavens has given you a reign, power, and strength, and preciousness. And wherever the children of men dwell, or the beasts of the field and the birds of the Shemaim, he has given them into your hands, and has made you ruler over them all. You are the head of gold. Give me a few minutes, okay? 39. And after you raised up another reign lower than yours, and another third reign of bronze that rules over all the earths. And the fourth reign is as strong as iron, because iron crushes and scatters all. So like iron that breaks in pieces, it crushes and breaks all these. And then the commentary here says Rome, UN, and HWO, question mark. Verse 41. Yet as you saw the feet and the toes partly of pottery clay and partly of iron, and the reign is to be divided, but some of the strength of the iron is to be in it, because you saw the iron mixed with muddy clay. And as the toes of the feet were partly of iron and partly of clay, so the iron is partly strong and partly brittle. As you saw iron mixing with muddy clay, they were mixed mixing themselves with the seed of men. Okay? So you got, this is talking about the angels, right? They were mixing themselves with the seed of men. So they tried again. The angels, fallen angels, were ruling over the earth, the Eretz. That's what's been happening with the Vatican all these years, right? And now, in this time, the reason it's mixed is because the seed of men is mixed in. They've mixed in again. Let me start over on that verse 43. And as you saw iron mixing with muddy clay, they are mixing themselves with the seed of men, but they are not clinging to each other, even as iron does not mix with clay. And in the yomim, on the days of these sovereigns, the Allah of the Shamayim shall set up a rain which shall never be destroyed, nor the rain pass away onto other people. So there shall be someone who is going to replace the Vatican, and it is going to be a forever reign, it says. It crushes and puts to an end all other reigns, and it shall stand forever. Verse 45, because you saw that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it crushed the iron, the bronze, and the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great Allah has made known that the sovereign what shall be after this, and the dream is true, and its interpretation is trustworthy. Then sovereign Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face and did obeisance before Daniel, and gave orders to present him with an offering of incense, not of, but and incense. 47. The sovereign answered Daniel and said, truly, your Allah is the Allah of Alahin. So in other words, when they're talking about this, they must be talking about like the king of Tyre, and because he's comparing this Daniel's Allah, which is Yahuwah, right, the Father, to the Allah that Nebuchadnezzar is serving, and he says, your Allah is the Allah of Alahim. In other words, of hosts, because Alahim means the heavenly hosts. So he's doing obeisance and recognizing that he is not the greatest, that he is under the greatest, right? The master of sovereigns and the revealer of secrets, since you were able to reveal this secret. Verse 48. Then the sovereign made Daniel great, and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over all the province of Babel, and the chief of the nobles, and over all the wise ones of Babel. And Daniel asked of the sovereign, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and it says here, Abednego, over the work of the providence of Babel, and Daniel in the gate of the sovereign. I think that's it. Let me see. Thank you for hanging with me. Oh, that was it. God bless you, and you have a great evening. Bye.